what you missed this morning.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Katie.
Morning recap. Mornings with Dave and Katie.
Hi, Dave and Katie.
Your granddaughter was a flower girl over the weekend for your friends, right?
Yes, she was for Brooke and Silas, my son-in-law's sister.
Aww.
She was the little niece, right?
Right.
Yeah, so cute. So cute. They practiced for weeks throwing those petals out of that little basket.
Did they all end up in one big clump like
Yep.
they usually do?
Yep. One pile of petals. But it was a hit. You know, it doesn't matter if your little ring bearer or your little flower girl doesn't do it right. It's just always perfect, just the way it ended up, you know?
As long as when the ring bearer gets to the altar and the rings are still on the pillow.
That's true. That's a little...
it's all okay.
That's a little risky.
Yeah.
That's a little risky.
Good morning. I have a little flower girl story for you.
Okay, so how old was she or is she?
She was 3, I believe.
Perfect.
3 or 4. And the wedding was at Gilcrease Museum. It was like a Christmas time wedding. It was beautiful. And I know people are going to have way worse stories than this, but the wedding went flawlessly. They had somebody down there to catch the little flower girl so they didn't have to stand up at the ceremony the whole time. But then they sent them back to us to walk back up the aisle. And it happened to my daughter, and she decided she needs to clean up all the flower petals. And she was the one that was in front of all the bridesmaids. So we were all just kind of stuck while she tried to clean up all the flower petals.
She's being a good girl,
Yeah,
picking
she
up
was.
her mess.
She was.
I love that one. That was so cute.
The photographer was right in front of the stairs, and so there's this picture of me just laughing because I don't know what else to do as she bends over to pick up the flower petals.
What are you going to do?
Isn't that the best?
Yeah,
Those expectations, just let them go. Well, thank you so much for the flower girl story.
Well, thanks for making me smile.
Yeah, you made us smile.
you did.
Have a good one.
I have a story after the flower girl.
Okay.
Everybody started giggling, and I looked out of the corner of my eye, and there's a goat walking down the aisle eating all my rose petals.
There was a goat walking down the aisle.
Yes.
How did that
And,
happen?
well, a friend of ours brought the goat, and when we asked why, she said, because you told me I could bring my kids.
My kid. But they've been waiting forever for that opportunity.
I think they were.
Wow.
They used us.
Oh, that's great. I got to say, that's pretty funny.
That reminds me, at my daughter and son-in-law's wedding just a couple of years ago, their corgi dog was the flower girl.
Oh, that's right.
Tally. Yeah, she
That's
came down the
cute.
aisle with, I don't know. Then they had the rings brought in by a drone.
Oh, my goodness.
It was quite a thing. It was outside, of course.
That's great.
I was in my aunt and uncle's wedding. I was probably 3. And my mom, she was not sure if I would, after I dropped my petals, if I would go sit with my grandparents. So she bought me a brand new baby doll that I had never seen so that they could coax me to sit with them when I was done with my part.
Hey.
So, yeah, and so it worked great. And so I go over there and I sit with them, and everyone gets quiet, and the wedding's getting ready to start, and all you can hear on the video is me saying, "Let's take her clothes off."
Oh, that's so good.
So my mom loves to tell people that story, that, you know.
And now you just told it to everybody else. So
Right, I know, yeah.
Dave's face is all red.
It is so, I can feel the redness. I can feel it.
Well, a ring bearer story. So he was about 4. My sister Lori was getting married. He was my nephew from another sister. And we get ready for the wedding. We can't find Dylan anywhere. And we searched the church over. And in one of the little classroom closets, he was way back in their closet hiding. And he was crying. And we were like, "What's wrong, Dylan?" He's like, "But I don't want to marry Aunt Lori." He thought he had to marry my sister, the bride. He didn't know. He's like, no. Anyway, just want to share that.
That's a lot of pressure for a little kid. Yeah.
Poor little guy.
It was.
That's great.
Once
stuff.
he explained it, he was okay, and he carried the ring, and it all went well.
He was so relieved.
Dave and Katie in the morning. Dave and Katie in the morning.
On 94.1 KXOJ.